The first lie I ever told my roommate was that I just really liked pizza. The truth? I liked him. Not my roommate, not the food. I liked the guy delivering it. The one who smelled like pepperoni and fresh rain and made my chest hurt in ways I couldn't explain. His name was Ethan. I only learned that after my fourth order in a row, when he caught me staring too long and finally laughed. You must really love late-night pizza, huh? His smile was the kind that should have been illegal, effortless, warm. Like it was meant only for you. I almost dropped the box right there on the doorstep. Back then, I didn't believe in cliches. Love at first sight? Please. That belonged in movies. Not in a cramped apartment off the highway in a town nobody cared about. But cliches don't ask for permission, they just happen. And Ethan happened to me. The first time he showed up, it was pouring. I opened the door in my worn hoodie, my hair sticking to my forehead. He was standing there, drenched, holding out the box like it was a lifeline. I saw the way the rain traced down his jawline, the way his tired eyes softened when I smiled. Something in me shifted, quietly, like the click of a lock I didn't know existed. So I started ordering again, and again, every night, sometimes twice. My bank account hated me, but my heart didn't care. All I wanted was to see him for those 2 minutes, to hear his voice deep, steady, kind, asking how my night was going. 2 minutes of electricity, a feeling like the world shrank to just me and him on my doorway. But every night, when I closed the door, guilt would sneak in with the smell of melted cheese. Because I wasn't just hungry for food, I was starving for connection. One night, Ethan leaned against the doorframe after handing me the box. You ever eat all this by yourself? His tone was teasing, but there was curiosity in his eyes. I laughed nervously, hugging the box to my chest. Yeah, I guess I just have a big appetite. You don't say, he grinned. But then something lingered, like he wanted to ask more. Like he saw through me. My heart thudded in my throat. That was the first time I realized this might not just be in my head. Maybe he felt it too, the spark, the pull, the silence that hummed louder than words. Still, fear clung to me like a second skin. What if I was imagining everything? What if he was just being polite, just doing his job? People like me didn't get guys like him. People like me ordered pizza at midnight to fill the emptiness. But Ethan had a way of making me forget the rules I'd written for myself. One evening, after a week of double shifts at my part-time job, I almost didn't order. My fridge actually had food for once. But my hands dialed the number anyway, like muscle memory. And when he showed up, hair messy, uniform wrinkled, but smile still bright, I felt my chest loosen in a way that scared me. You look tired, he said gently, his eyes searching my face. I shrugged, forcing a smile. School, work, life. For a moment, neither of us moved. The night was quiet except for the hum of the street lamp above us. Then he said, softly, you shouldn't push yourself so hard. Nobody had said that to me in a long time. Maybe ever. That night, after I closed the door, I slid down against it, pizza untouched, heart pounding like I just survived something dangerous. Because maybe I had. Maybe wanting him was dangerous. But the truth was undeniable now. I wasn't just ordering pizza. I was ordering time with Ethan, and every box came with a little more of my heart inside it. The problem was, I didn't know how much longer I could keep pretending it was just about the food. And fate, of course, didn't let me decide. It happened on a Thursday. I opened the door, expecting the same ritual. Smile, small talk, payment. But Ethan looked different, nervous, fidgeting. His usual confidence dimmed. He handed me the box, then cleared his throat. Hey, he said, can I ask you something? My pulse skyrocketed. Usher. His eyes flicked to mine, then away. Do you actually eat all this pizza? Or do you just, I don't know, like talking to me? The world froze. My chest burned. He knew. I opened my mouth, but words tangled and collapsed. Honesty pressed against my ribs, desperate to get out, but fear wrapped chains around it. If I said the wrong thing, if I ruined this, I'd lose the one bright piece of my day. He must have seen the panic in my eyes, because he softened, offering me an out. It's okay if it's just the pizza. I was just curious. And there it was a me chance. I could laugh it off, pretend, hide behind another lie, or I could risk everything. I swallowed hard, gripping the box like it could anchor me. It's not just the pizza, I whispered. I like seeing you. Silence. Heavy, terrifying, endless. Then slowly Ethan smiled. Not his usual professional grin, but something real, something that lit up his whole face. Good, he said softly. Because I like seeing you too. For a while, neither of us moved. We just stood there, suspended between fear and something sweeter. I could hear the buzz of the street lamp above, the distant hiss of a car passing, but all I really heard was the sound of his breathing steady, grounding, like he was giving me permission to breathe too. I thought he'd leave after that, but instead, he shifted the box in my hands and said, almost shyly, "You mind if I come in? Just for a minute." My heart nearly exploded. Nobody ever asked to step into my world. I nodded, stepping aside. Inside, the apartment felt smaller with him in it, but not in a bad way. He dropped onto the couch like he belonged there. His damp jacket draped over the armrest, and I sat across from him, clutching the pizza box like a shield. He smirked. "You really don't have to guard it," he teased, eyes glinting. I laughed nervously, then set it on the table. The smell of melted cheese filled the room, but suddenly, food was the last thing on my mind. "You surprised me," I admitted, my voice soft. "I didn't think you noticed." Ethan leaned back, his gaze never leaving mine. "Of course I noticed. You're the only customer who lights up when I knock on the door." Heat rose to my cheeks, and I wanted to look away, but couldn't. There was something in his icen honesty, a gentleness that made hiding impossible. "Why me?" I asked quietly. He shrugged, thoughtful. "Maybe because you don't treat me like just some delivery guy. Most people barely look at me, but you see me." That hit deeper than I expected. Because it was true, I saw him, every night, every smile, every tired glance. And maybe, just maybe, he saw me too. The silence that followed wasn't heavy anymore. It was warm, charged, like a thread pulling us closer. Ethan leaned forward, resting his elbows on his knees. "I don't want to mess this up," he murmured. My chest ached at his words. "Neither do I." And then before I could talk myself out of it, I reached for his hand. My fingers brushed his knuckles, tentative, trembling. He didn't pull away. Instead, he turned his palm upward, weaving his fingers with mine. It was such a simple thing, holding hands. But in that moment, it felt monumental, like we were rewriting the rules of the universe. He squeezed gently. "You don't have to order pizza every night anymore, you know?" I laughed, breathless. "Guess I'll save some money." "You can still order," he grinned. "But maybe I'll just stop by even without the uniform." That night stretched on in a haze of nervous laughter, small confessions, and the quiet wonder of two people realizing they didn't have to be alone anymore. We didn't kiss, not yet. But when he finally left, promising to text me tomorrow, I felt lighter than I had in years. The days after that were different. My phone buzzed with his messages, simple things at first, like "Good morning" or "Hope class isn't too rough today." But soon, we were talking about everything. His dream of opening his own restaurant, my fear of never being enough, the silly things that made us laugh until our stomachs hurt. And then, one evening, he showed up without a pizza box. Just him, in a hoodie and jeans, carrying nothing but his nervous smile. "Thought maybe we could eat together for once," he said, lifting a takeout bag. I let him in, and this time the apartment didn't feel small. Felt right. We sat shoulder to shoulder on the couch, sharing fries and stories, our laughter filling the empty spaces I used to dread. When the night grew quiet, he turned to me, his expression soft. "I think I've been waiting to do this since the first time I saw you." And before I could ask what he meant, his lips brushed mine, gentle, hesitant, but sure enough to leave me dizzy. The kiss was nothing like I'd imagined. It wasn't fireworks or music swelling in the background. It was better. It was real, raw, tender. It was the taste of salt from our fries, the warmth of his hand cupping my jaw, the steady promise that I wasn't dreaming. When we finally pulled away, both breathless, he whispered, "You don't know how glad I am you kept ordering pizza." I laughed, pressing my forehead to his. "You don't know how glad I am you kept delivering it." In that moment, I realized love doesn't always arrive in grand gestures or perfect timing. Sometimes, it comes in a rain-soaked uniform, with a tired smile and a cardboard box. Sometimes, it sneaks in through a doorway you never thought would matter, and before you know it, it changes everything. Ethan wasn't just the pizza guy anymore. He was my person, the one who saw me when I thought I was invisible, who held my hand when I was too afraid to reach out. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel hungry anymore. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.